Transervice has been a leader in the transportation and fleet maintenance industry for over 50 years. If you're a professional driver or technician looking for opportunities to be the best and work with the best, then we want you working at Transervice. Our current workforce includes over 1,000 drivers and technicians, managing over 24,000 pieces of equipment in over 120 regional and local facilities across North America and Puerto Rico, and we're getting larger all the time. Our corporate philosophy of trust, respect, and honesty has led to employees that have spent their entire career with Transervice. As with our employees, we have many customer relationships exceeding 20 years. You'll have the opportunity to learn and grow professionally in an environment that values and rewards excellence, with a variety of perks such as education support, recognition awards, career advancement opportunities, and more. A great work-life balance, a company built on values, recognition, and rewards for excellence. While our competitors offer jobs, Transervice offers you a career, not just a job. Contact us today.
Watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Well, welcome everyone. Tonight we are here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Sim500 Transervice Truck Series. It's Randy Pepper again with my producer, co-host, cohort, whatever you want to call him. It's Nick Adams. And Nick, what is happening, baby?
Hey, Randy Pepper, I am excited. It's Wednesday night again. You know what that means? That means the Transervice Truck Series here in the Ghostfire Media Network. And we're not just coming to you from anywhere. We're coming to you from Sin City tonight. Somebody's going to go out there tonight, lay it all on the line, bet all their chips on black, and come away as a winner. I can't wait.
What's wrong with red?
Well, you know, listen, most of these trucks are either black or red. I'm betting my money on a black truck tonight.
I'm going with red.
You're going with red? Well, Tyler Dalton has both of those colors on them, so can I just go with him?
He's fastest right now, so yeah, sure, why not?
Honestly, Randy, I am super stoked for tonight. It's the first time we get to see these brand new trucks here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, where we get to see 3 brand new designs of these trucks come to this track for the first time on Ghostfire Media. And I think it'll be only the second time that I've personally seen it, because I didn't watch the Truck Series come here. But I'm excited. I am super, super excited for this. And the reason I say that is because Las Vegas Motor Speedway is a racetrack with 3 very distinct racing lines. You have the top, the middle, and the bottom. Sometimes you can make it 4 distinct racing lines down the front stretch, but you have to get out of it going into turn 1 because there's not enough room for 4 cars side by side. But I am super excited to see these guys be able to run all 3 lines. And what we were able to see in practice, Randy, was that these guys are consistently able to run all 3 lines here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Totally. Yeah, it's been a very interesting practice, to say the least. We've seen these guys run very, very close to each other. They've actually touched each other, have not got loose or anything. I mean, they've really run very, very stable.
Yeah, I mean, look at this pack we're looking at right now, these 6 trucks. This is what we're going to see all night. And me and Randy were kind of talking about this offline here, off air. The thing that's great about these new trucks is that they bring a more continuous sense of the draft has to be important. These trucks are so aero dependent, and there's less horsepower, more downforce on them this year than ever with these new trucks. It's just going to create this type of pack racing. You're going to see guys use those 2 and 3 lines, but you're not going to be able to see these guys on new tires really pull away from each other. It's going to be how consistent they are on saving those tires, and that's a big one down the backstretch here in practice.
That's the first one I've seen like that.
That's the first one I've seen all night where there's been a big wreck down the backstretch here in practice, and they are still wrecking off into 4.
I think they're playing around,
I think they might be playing around just a little bit, but, it's going to be a fun night. By far going to be a fun night.
Yeah, we only got a couple more minutes left in practice, and I think some of these guys have pretty much figured out what they wanted to figure out. They're ready to race. Now they're just kind of goofing off, a few of them. I'm kind of surprised at some of the names that we're seeing towards the front of the pack right now that like Beasley.
When we start talking about that, right, we're not talking about like slouches, though. We're talking about winners in the Transervice Truck Series. Kevin DeBrown has a career win here. Tyler Dalton has 2 career wins in the trucks. Let's look for Cole. Hold on, I want to make sure I almost let me look here. Let me look. See if Richard Beasley has won anything here, or Glenn Campbell. Neither of those 2 have won in the trucks yet that I can see here. Chad Coleman sits in 6th. He's won 3 times in the trucks. EJ O'Rourke sits inside the top 20 right now. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's outside the top 20. Where is EJ? Oh, I don't see EJ, actually. That's interesting. I thought EJ was here.
I didn't see him either. I was looking in practice. I didn't see him. I see Falkingham. He's
Daniel
way.
Falkingham's
like
won 17 Truck Series races in his career, but right now tonight he's sitting back there in 13th. So
15th.
15th. So practice hasn't been great for him. We'll see what happens as the night goes along here. But Richard Swaverly has never. I'm sorry, folks. I'm reading this list as I say this. Richard Swaverly has never won the Truck Series. He's sitting in 7th. I'm excited to see what we might have happen here tonight. If Trey Edison doesn't show up tonight, which so far it doesn't look like he's here, and if Justin Fuller doesn't show up, which I don't believe I see him, and Daniel Falkenham is back in 15th, which you could never count that man out. I don't care if he starts dead last. You can't count him out. I'm not saying that at all.
Practice.
I'm just stating, if some of these guys don't show up tonight, if they have other things they're doing, then, well, we could see first-time winners here tonight.
We could, and that would be a great thing to see. Now, we see these speeds right now. Obviously, some of these speeds are draft speeds. So some of these guys may not even be anywhere close to these speeds in qualifying. But you can see that they've got speed now. So that doesn't say that during the race they might find the right dancing partner and they may catch up and do these speeds once again and be a factor towards the end of this race. So that's what we're going to look for with time running out here. So we're going to go to qualifying here.
We are. We're going to go to qualifying. Qualifying at this beautiful Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And I mean, when I say it's beautiful, Randy Pepper, I love this track.
I like this track a lot too. And as you see you see the South Point Casino banners around the outside. My good buddy Brendan Gaughan, that's his place. So if you're out here in Las Vegas, want to stay at a nice resort that's not right on the strip, but off the strip, but on the strip. It's still on the strip, but to the other side, in a good part of town, unlike the part down by Fremont Street. Great place to place.
Yeah, and here's Stoney Benfield in the number 75 Ford F-150. Take a look at him as we zoom in on him here. See if I can get a little bit of a nice tight camera angle on this truck.
Good-looking truck.
Very good-looking truck here. We're going to go on board him as he runs his qualifying lap. See how he gets around this racetrack here. It's going to be flat out all the way around. Lap 1, you're going to see these guys run up near in the middle groove here, that second or third line. Then that second lap, you're going to see him drop to the bottom on the white line and just really push it. You want to get that banker lap in on lap 1. Try to show everybody that, you know, hey, at least if I have a terrible lap 2, at least I have a partially good lap number 1. He dropped to the bottom in 3 and 4 that time across the start-finish line. He's going to jump, obviously, to provisional pole as he's the first driver to complete his lap with a 31.28. That's about 8 thousandths of a second slower than Mark Fravert, who jumps up to the pole right now temporarily. Obviously, this is all provisional here as everybody has to make their second lap. You see Stoney doesn't go all the way to the wall down the backstretch, trying to make this the shortest way around the racetrack as possible, almost like you would at Daytona. Keeps it on that white line as much as he can through 3 and 4, slides up on the exit. He's going to get back down on the apron through the start-finish line. And that'll be 2 laps with Stoney Benfield on the board. Stoney Benfield's second lap will be better than his first lap, a 31.05, but it's still not good enough for provisional pole as Ryan Howard jumps to provisional pole with a 31.02. Doug Roth, though, on his first lap was able to jump up to a 31.12. This should be a fast second lap. Mike Kelly jumps provisional pole, 30.95. Randy Yoakum jumps second with a 30.96 provisionally. Out of turn 4, here he comes, the number 43. Doug Roth across the start-finish line. What will he do on his second lap? He will not improve. He will not improve. He will to a 31.1, but Chad Coleman jumps to the pole provisionally with a 30.93. We'll keep an eye on there. It is Tyler Dalton with his second lap, a 30.89. He sits provisional on the pole. Brian Macklin in third with a 30.94. Daniel Foggenham nowhere to be seen right now. He's on his first out lap. Here he is down the backstretch for the first time this evening. Daniel Foggenham off into turns 3 and 4 for the first time. 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining here in qualifying. Randy Pepper, Daniel Foggenham out of turn 4 on that white line on his first lap. He crosses the start-finish line. Where will he jump? Provisionally, Daniel Foggenham to the pole with a big lap. Provisionally, Daniel Foggenham, 30.88. He'll only run the 1 lap. We'll see what happens here. Tyler
like I
Dalton,
said, the draft is going to have a lot to do with it.
Definitely going to have a lot to do with it. Because we're going to keep an eye on some of these other drivers who may not have completed any laps. Jimmy Coleman, he's about to finish lap number 1 here. Jimmy Coleman, his first lap. Sorry, that'll be his second lap. Jimmy Coleman will jump provisionally P18. Kevin DeBrown currently sitting dead last with a 31.94, trying to get himself out of the basement. Very quick in practice. Out of turn 4, where will Kevin DeBrown put himself to begin the race? Across the start-finish line, Kevin DeBrown will improve to P11, just outside the top 10. Trey Edison, last week's winner, 2-time series champion across the start-finish line for his second lap. Provisionally, Trey Edison jumps to P7 with a 30.96. Richard Beasley, one of the final drivers that'll get a lap time in here. He crosses the start-finish line. He won't have time for lap number 2. Lap number 1 will put him provisionally 35th. A 31.18 will be the only lap he sets here in qualifying. So Randy Pepper, Daniel Falkenham has his first pole of the season.
Surprise, 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 surprise.
I mean, I actually kind of am a little bit surprised by that after what we saw in practice. But again, like I said, you can never count this dude out. No. It doesn't matter. You just can't count this dude out.
No.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm super, super excited for what we're going to see here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and give you the official grid for this race. Boop, 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 boop. Oh.
Shaboom, shaboom.
Oh.
Where is it? We're looking for it.
Huh. We'll be right back after a short commercial break, folks.
Transervice has
Alrighty.
been a leader in the transportation and fleet maintenance industry for over 50 years. If you're a professional driver or technician looking for opportunities to be the best and work with the best, then we want you working at Transervice. Our current workforce includes over 1,000 drivers and technicians, managing over 24,000 pieces of equipment in over 120 regional and local facilities across North America and Puerto Rico, and we're getting larger all the time. Our corporate philosophy of trust, respect, and honesty has led to employees that have spent their entire career with Transervice. As with our employees, we have many customer relationships exceeding 20 years. You'll have the opportunity to learn and grow professionally in an environment that values and rewards excellence, with a variety of perks such as education support, recognition awards, career advancement opportunities, and more. A great work-life balance, a company built on values, recognition, and rewards for excellence. While our competitors offer jobs, Transervice offers you a career, not just a job. Contact us today.
Hello, folks. We figured out what happened, and it wasn't me. It's a single truck heat. Working on getting confirmation if we're actually going to run this, because that doesn't make any sense, obviously. So it looks
Got
like
to run around the track for 15 laps by himself.
It looks like here he comes off the racetrack. We're not going to get this heat started, obviously.
No reason to. Oh, I don't know, dude. Pace truck pulls off. Here he goes. Parker takes off on the green flag, and he's going to run around the track.
He's going to have
8 laps.
8 laps of practice.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Parker, you got 8 laps of extra practice tonight. I mean, how exciting is this? Man, he puts the truck all the way to the back straight away.
He's
up
teaching
to
us
the
how to
top of
drive the
track.
racetrack, I guess.
Yeah.
It definitely messed with my head.
Oh, mine too.
Well,
I thought everybody was gone. I looked. I see one truck behind the pace truck, and I'm like,
well, we sit here and do
did
that.
I
Let's
lose
talk
trading
about,
pace to just drop everybody?
Yeah, let's talk about our qualifying results here. Daniel Foggingham is going to get your pole. Tyler Dalton's going to start second. Chad Coleman third. Brian Macklin fourth. Hamish Gallagher in fifth. Mike Kelly in sixth. Trey Edison comes in seventh there. Derek Runge, in eighth. Randy Yoakum, so that's Runge. Randy Yoakum in ninth. Richard Beasley 10th. Glenn Campbell 11th. Joey Katina in 12th. Kevin Brown 13th. Derek Myers 14th. Chris Gibbo 15th. 16th Kevin England. 17th Ryan Howard. 18th is I hit the wrong button. 18th going to be Brian Wertman. 20th going to be Scott Simley. 21st Jimmy Coleman. 22nd Paul Crumry. 23rd Jeff Hollingsworth. 24th Christopher B. Williams. 25th Bentley Glazier. 26th Stoney Benfield. 27th Jared Livingston. 28th Doy Woods. 29th Charles Woods. 30th Jeff Ryan. 31st Anthony Calantoni. 32nd going to be Ron Holyfield. 34th going to be Doug Roth. 33rd Doug Roth. 34th James Sombach. 35th Michael Ledford. 36th Mark Fravert. 37th Doug Sigmund. 38th is going to be Jose Gonzalez. 39th is going to be, 38th will be Josh Parker, and 39th will be Jose Gonzalez because Josh is actually out here. I don't think Jose is going to start the race. But we have 5 laps remaining in this single truck heat. I wonder who's going to make it through.
This Parker guy looks pretty strong.
He does. He looks very strong.
He's got a huge lead. I mean, he's so far out in front, I don't even see anybody behind him right now.
He's so far out in front right now that I think even Ryan Newman couldn't mess this one up.
I think so.
Oh, he's big loose, though. Big loose.
Yeah.
Please don't spin out. Please do not spin out, because everybody will see it. Because we're only watching
by
you.
yourself and you wreck.
We're only watching you. Through 3 and 4, he's right up against that outside retaining wall, though.
He is.
Will say that. He's definitely going for it. He's going for it.
He's definitely experimenting with some other lines, so you got to give him that. I mean, he's door dashing all the way around the track right now.
He's big loose over the bumps up on the outside lane, though.
maybe he's trying to get used to it. Maybe he knows something that nobody else knows.
Well, whatever he
knows that he's
knew,
gonna be trapped to the outside.
whatever he knew, the fact that he's showing everybody right now means he's giving it away for free.
That's true. That's true. And
he just pounded the outside retaining
pounded the
wall.
wall. Yeah.
What a pounding that outside wall just took.
Wow. I could say something, but I'm going to stay away from it tonight because the way my mind works, I'm not going to say it. So, I'm trying to be good. My wife said she watched some of my old broadcasts and she said, "My God, you would probably be fired from NASCAR."
Some of the things we've said. The white flag is out here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway on this single truck heat for Josh Parker. Josh Parker has given DoorDash more airtime in the last 8 laps than they got the entire time Bubba Wallace has had them on the front of his Toyota Camry.
Yeah, true. And too bad we won't see Jose Can You See Gonzalez tonight.
Well, who knows? We might.
We might.
But DoorDash definitely is happy tonight as we come out of turn 4. Josh Parker's going to pick up his first heat win of the year. He's going to drive it through the grass, and he's going to destroy it. He ripped the front end off the truck, Randy Pepper. He did a front, big hit into the outside retaining wall. We'll have to get and see if he's okay out there, but it seems like
and I'm sure Joe Watson is not very happy about him destroying the truck.
No. I don't know how that's going to go over with the team right there, Josh. Yep. I think you might have just got your whole team on your back on the wrong side of feelings. They might not like you anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're wrecking here under the warm-up.
Somebody's after Kevin DeBrown out there already.
That's not the first guy. It won't be the last guy.
No. So we'll get a 30-second warm-up or so.
Yeah, we'll get another 30 seconds here in the warm-up, and then we'll be all set to go around the Las Vegas Motor Speedway 120 times here this evening, ladies and gents. We're going to take a quick 30-second commercial break. You're not going to miss a second of the action as the truck's grid, though. We're going to go side by side.
This tree is going to look great here.
Did you call 811 to protect your underground utilities?
I can't wait to see these roses come up.
Dig, dig, dig! Wait, we forgot to call 811.
Before you dig, make sure you can. Call 811 to know what's below. It's up to all of us to protect the ones we love.
Well, we're back here at Las Vegas, Nevada, and the Las Vegas Speedway, Super Speedway, and the Transervice Truck Series Sim500 race.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
I know.
I did not know where you were going with that, and I got really, really concerned for like 30 seconds.
Don't worry about it. I've done this before.
I've got something.
Paused. I know. My pauses are funny.
That's what made me like, Randy, you're treading a line here, okay? You're treading a line.
Oh, trust me, I'm all right.
But I'm excited. This is going to be fun. 120 laps here at the Las Vegas
Motor
Speedway.
I was just like,
the diamond in the desert.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love? I mean, honestly, who does not? By the way, I never knew that was the nickname of this place.
The diamond in
the desert. Did not know that was the nickname of Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I found that out today. You learn something new every day, folks. We're on board our pole sitter, Daniel Foggenham, as he fires away here to get going around the racetrack. Get gridded up. Do the 1.5-mile warm-up lap to get ready for 120 green flag amazing laps around the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Randy, I'm excited. Are you excited?
Actually, very excited. I think this is going to be one of the more fun races we have called, although last week was a tremendous race.
That's just a long one.
It was a
Daytona
was
very long, but
race.
Very fun.
Yes, it was very, very long. This one will be a lot quicker.
Yeah,
it's
going to
be
old for 11 o'clock at night.
No, I'm really old. I mean, I've had the heart condition the whole 9 yards. So after, after 10 o'clock at night, well, I'm not. It's true. I mean, I've even told my duo partner, if you book anything past 12 o'clock, I might not be there. So it's a little too late for my old bones.
Well, Randy, we're about to get partying here in Sin City. The strobe lights are about to start. The rave music is going to come on. The pace car.
B-52s?
The B-52s are going to fly over. The pace car comes away. The aliens in Area 51 are ready. Folks, I hope you're ready. You paid for the whole thing. You're only going to use the front part of the seat. The green flag waves here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and away we go for 120 laps of racing in the desert.
And here they go down into turn number 1. Daniel Falkingham brings the field. He brings the truck to the very bottom of the track. He'll try to tuck up in front of the Tyler Dalton truck. The 19 truck's right behind him. Going to draft off the back end of that 39. Now he's going to look to the outside. They're already 3 wide. 3 wide as they go down into turn number 3, but now they've settled it out. Now we've got 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 all the way back through the field.
They're
Falkingham
wrecking behind him. They're wrecking behind him. They're wrecking in the middle of the pack. We had one car sideways. The 5 of Chris Gibbo. Hey, what a great save by the number 5. Holy schmoly, Randy Pepper. He was sideways. He was into another truck. That was a big one. We're going to go back and look at that here in a second. Wow,
got no caution, so
we're still
doesn't
green,
really matter.
but man alive, was that crazy in turn 4. Here we go. We'll show it to you. He was in the bottom entering turn 4. He got a little bit loose on the exit here, slid up the racetrack, got sideways. Oh, it was actually further behind him.
He just got the award for mowing the grass here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I thought it was Bentley Glazer, but then I looked and it wasn't Bentley Glazer.
Oh, it's right there. It's right there. You can see it right there in front of. Who was that? I think it was the 15, to be honest. Who's this truck right here? Is it?
Not really sure. Is it the?
It's the 27.
27 truck? Okay.
The 27 with that big sideways moment. He goes through the grass. The 127 of Kevin England with a big sideways moment. Big scary moment for him at the start of the race. But we go back to the lead here. But look at this pack. 4, 3, 4 wide throughout the top half of this field. The top 6, 7, 8 rows now side by side by side except for 3rd and 4th.
You know what I like about this whole thing right now is that Daniel Falkingham is not able to get away from Tyler Dalton. Although we've seen this in the past, that Tyler Dalton will run really hard with Falkingham. But as time goes by, Tyler Dalton does not conserve his tires as well as Falkingham. I don't know if that's going to be the same as we've seen in the past. Tonight, we'll see. That's the thing to watch. We've got Macklin right there, right behind them as well. We're used to seeing that 30 truck. He's always right there with these guys, and once again, he is right there in 3rd.
Yeah, we're looking at Brian Macklin sitting in 3rd. He's just waiting for Tyler Dalton or Daniel Falkingham to make a mistake. But don't count out Mike Kelly. He started in 6th. He's already up to 4th. That number 2 Ford F-150 is never out of it. But here comes Tyler Dalton to the inside. Tyler Dalton makes a move on Daniel Falkingham into 3 and 4. He might be able to complete the pass here in the exit of the corner. He's going to Macklin to the inside of Falkingham. Tyler Dalton will slide up maybe on the exit. No, he won't. He'll stick to the inside. He's got a little bit of right front damage on that number 19 Chevy Silverado. We'll keep an eye on that, see if that affects him at all. But the number 39 of Daniel Falkingham back to 3rd, stuck on the outside lane now. Has Brian Macklin there currently, but Mike Kelly is on his way too on that inside line. He maybe wants to take that 3rd spot away from Daniel Falkingham if he loses 2nd to Brian Macklin.
You know, Falkingham's not used to running 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th. And having him run on the outside groove with no one helping him right now has got to be very frustrating for him, I would think. And you see the number 2, we're looking at number 2, the Kodiak number 2.
We got a car behind him, slid up the racetrack. The number 38 of Chad Coleman got loose, slid up the racetrack there, and desperately held that inside lineup with Trey Edison in it. He almost got into the outside lane. Another number 22 of Hamish Gallagher. That was almost really bad on the exit in the middle of 2 there.
Gallagher, the one from Australia, am I correct?
Let's take a look. He is from Australia. That's what this says. He's from Australia. Hamish Gallagher and the number 22, that black and pink machine. The only member, not from the continental, from North America. I was going to say continental United States, but no, from North America. We have a Canadian here as well.
Yes, we have a lone
Forgot about Gerald Livingston. He is our lone Canadian. But the battle for the top 5 is kind of slowed down, but we sit back here, well, the top 4, but we sit back here for 5th on back, and it is a hornet's nest here, Randy. We got Coleman, Gallagher, Edson, Runge, Yoakum, Myers, Beasley. They're all with under a blanket here, and they're 2 by 2, 5 rows deep.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just looking for that spot to make them run a little faster, but they just don't seem to be able to get away from the person on the outside or the inside. They're just stuck there.
100%. 100% what you're saying right there is correct. I mean, these guys, they're pushing as hard as they can, but just the way that these trucks work now with the draft, I mean, 5 years ago, Tyler Dalton, if he has the speed I think he has, Tyler Dalton would have drove away with the way these trucks used to be.
And also, when you see these guys 3 wide, usually you see a side-by-side. We got one truck up near the wall slowing.
That'd be the number 20, number 91, Derek Runge. He's been in the wall in the last half a lap on the exit of turn 4. Pounded that outside retaining wall. Some serious damage in the 91. He's going to fall back very quickly as we continue to look at this battle, though, that continues to rage on in the middle of the top 10 here.
Yeah, those guys are going at it like it's the last lap of the race. We're only 12 laps in.
23 dives to the inside of the 8 there. He puts the quarter panel on the inside of Randy Yoakum. Randy Yoakum was able to drive it off in there. That Dig 811 machine, the VA811.com machine, was able to drive it off in there in front of the Wonder Bread truck, and he was able to hold on to it right now. So currently the Chevy Silverado of Randy Yoakum holding off the number 23 Toyota. I almost call it a Toyota Silverado. That was embarrassing. The Toyota Tundra of Derek Myers. Oh, yeah. Now look at that up front, though. Him and Macklin got real close to the wall. Those two are battling hard.
Real close several times, actually.
Yeah, on the exit of turn 2 there, it looked like Brian Macklin almost got to the wall, but further out back behind him, Chad Coleman did the same exact thing in the number 38 machine. These guys are getting a little crazy here, 14 of 120 laps in, Randy.
Yeah, I don't think you can't right now. I think the truck and the track dictate the way you're going to race. This track is very quick. These trucks handle very, very well. And if it handles that way, you're going to drive it that way. And I think that's what we're seeing. We're just seeing people just driving.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, boy.
Derek Myers and Trey Edson almost touched on the exit of 4.
Yeah.
That would have been a hook right into the wall if they would have touched. Trey Edson would have had nowhere to go except into that wall face first. That would have been a rough one.
Yeah. It's always scary when you see that when they're bouncing
Well, they're trying
off.
to side draft as hard as they can right now, too, at the same time. As they're trying to do everything else to make sure that the moves happen for them, they're trying to side draft. And they see how quickly these laps are winding down. They see how, consistent everybody's being. Even though they're being aggressive, they're still being consistent and safe.
Yeah. Yeah, and now they're kind of settling down. They're single file in that position right back there, but they, I don't know for how long that's going to sit like that. We'll have to wait and see. That's all I can say.
Tyler Dalton has started to put a little bit of a gap between him and the rest of the field. Not much, but a little bit of a gap. It's enough to be a conversation topic.
Give him a little breathing room, actually.
It's just a little bit. He's got almost 0.2 of a second. It keeps going up and down, up and down. The damage I called out on the right front actually isn't there. It's the black on this car. That's what caught me off guard. It looked like it was damaged, but it's actually the little bit of black that hangs out in front of that right front tire on the because of the way the trucks are skewed, it looked like it might be damaged, but it's actually just the paint scheme. Yeah,
it's just the paint scheme. I'm looking at that the same way you were saying too. It did look like it was kind of dented in, but it's definitely not. It's definitely an illusion.
Definitely is.
Yep.
18 of 120 laps complete here in the Sim500 Transervice Truck Series. Tyler Dalton has led about 15 of those 18 laps. Daniel Falkenham started on the pole, led the first 3-4 laps here Tyler Dalton has since taken the lead and held on to it. We'll be right back here. You won't miss a second as we go side by side here on the Ghost Fire Media Network.
This tree is going.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The Transervice Truck Series here, the Sim500 Esports Racing League here at the Las Vegas 180, not 240, the 180. Here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Tyler Dalton continues to lead as you see the battle for fourth raging here. Fifth between Mike Kelly and Chad Coleman. A little bit further back in the pack here, we start to have those double file battles. Continue to see 2 or 3 different lines being used by these trucks here. The 33 of Ryan Howard, the 8 of Randy Yoakum, the number 10 of Richard Beasley. 9th, 8th, 9th, and 10th right now. Ryan Howard trying to hold off Hamish Gallagher, who started in 5th position, all the way back to 11th now, falling back quickly as the race goes along here. 23 of 120 laps complete. Coming up on our first set of pit stops here in about 25 laps. Might be able to make it on one if you really conserve fuel, but in this pack, if you're the leader like you are Tyler Dalton, you're kind of up the creek a little.
You know, watching the Myers truck, the 23, the Wonder truck, he actually started back in 14th. He's all the way to 4th now, and he's been working a different groove than everybody else. He's been running more of a middle to top groove of the track, and it's working for him. And I'm sure he's saving his tires while he's doing that, because he's not scrubbing off as much rubber on the bottom of the track like a lot of these other guys are, and that may be why he's moving so fast towards the forward of the track, or forward of the pack right now. So it's good to see that. I always like seeing that Wonder truck, because I hate to name drop, but my old good friend, the late Sam Bass,
of course,
was the one that did that paint scheme, and I hate to say it, actually brings a tear to my eye whenever I see that truck or that paint scheme for anything. So he is, Myers is making good on it, though. He's actually catching the back of Macklin's truck.
He is, but like Ricky Bobby always said, if you're not first, you're last. And right now, Derek Myers currently in 4th. So according to Ricky Bobby, he's dead last.
At least Ricky Bobby's daddy, because he's the first one that said it.
So, oh, boy.
I actually watched that in the hospital. Probably twice.
What, the Metallica day?
Yeah. Now, don't yawn there, son.
I can't control it.
Yeah.
I'm 25 and I don't get enough sleep. Leave me alone.
And we did talk about that. The start of the race is a little late for us old fogies. Although you're 25 and I'm a little past halfway point.
You're a little past double my age. I understand you, old man. It's okay.
Absolutely. So Dalton still leads the field around the track with a bumper full of Daniel Falkingham, and the one that has a bigger bumper full. Falkingham has a bigger bumper full with Macklin all over the back of his truck. And as we were talking about Myers is really in the back bumper of the Macklin truck as well. Although now it looks like he may be losing that. So
yeah, Brian Macklin has put pressure on Daniel Falkingham since the moment Daniel Falkingham fell into second and was able to hold him off for a second. Macklin's been all over that back bumper ever since. So Macklin's just waiting for a moment to be able to make a move here, I think, on Daniel Falkingham, and he'll make it because, the consistency that Daniel Falkingham had at 1.5 miles in the Winter Series was unbelievable. But the consistency of Brian Macklin at the same types of racetracks was also quite unbelievable. And we're seeing that pass over here to the Truck Series on Wednesdays. So far, at least, with the consistency factor. If these guys were always near the front at 1.5 miles, and we're seeing it again here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, one thing I'm kind of surprised, I don't know if you are as much as I am, but Trey Edson started 7th, and he has not moved at all. But the guy behind him, Ryan Howard, started 17th and is now running 8th.
Well,
Edson,
I don't know. I haven't watched enough of Trey Edson race, so I can't comment on it. But I remember a driver who's won 7 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series championships by the name of Jimmy Johnson. I don't know if you guys know him. He's one of the greatest of all time. You might have never heard of him, though.
No, never heard of him. No clue.
He was the type of driver who, when he was winning his championships, he wasn't always the fastest car at the start of the race. Hell, he wasn't always the fastest car with 100 laps to go. Sometimes he wasn't the fastest car with 50 laps to go. But when it came down to crunch time and he had to start to move, that's what Jimmy Johnson did. That's how Jimmy Johnson became a 7-time champion, was by overperforming what he had for equipment and outperforming expectations. Now,
and that's true.
I haven't watched enough of Trey Edison racing, but the caution is out, and I don't see a reason for the caution. I am looking, and I don't see a reason.
Goodyear test of the tires.
It might be James Sombach. There's a lot of damage on the front end of this machine. We'll take a look and see if it was James. It doesn't look like it was James. I don't know what the caution is for.
Huh. It could be NASCAR just called them into, or Sim500 NASCAR League pulled them into
I don't know. Maybe it was a competition yellow here, 33 laps.
Yeah, exactly.
But to finish what we were talking about, Jimmy Johnson, I haven't watched enough of Trey Edson race. I haven't. Just haven't, so I'm not going to compare him to Jimmy Johnson. But what I am going to say is that the guy has 23 wins in the Truck Series, which is more than anybody else. He has 2 championships in the Truck Series, which is more than anybody else. The consensus from what I've talked about with people is that if he would have run last year, he would have given Tommy Ryan a big run for his money for the championship. He could have been 3 in a row. So what I'm getting at is just because Trey Edson is sitting in 7th right now doesn't mean in 87 laps, Trey Edson won't be sitting in victory lane.
True.
It's kind of like Daniel Falkingham. Don't count him out. Now, Daniel Falkingham is more like Kevin Harvick as the closer. Trey Edson, I feel, from what we've seen so far and what I've been told, is more like a Jimmy Johnson. Comes on later in the race, doesn't really have to dominate, just has to be there near the end. Right. Kind of like a Mark Martin. Yeah. Mark never really dominated a race. I don't think I ever saw Mark Martin dominate a race and win it. He dominated plenty of them, but he didn't win plenty of the ones he dominated. Tyler Dalton's going to win the race off pit road, which is going to be nice for him. But I watched a ton of Mark Martin races. I mean, the guy raced for my entire childhood. So from the time I was just newly born to the time I was 19, he raced. So I watched plenty of Mark Martin race. I don't think I ever saw that man dominate a single race and win it. No. I watched Jimmy Johnson dominate a plethora of races and win them. I've also watched him dominate races and lose them.
Ever told you the story? I was walking around Mark Martin's office and not realizing it was Mark Martin's office.
He's a very chill guy. He's super chill. It's unbelievable how chill Mark Martin is for the generation he comes from. And how unbelievably talented the dude was and how much he
Super
got
nice guy.
screwed in his career.
Yeah. He should have won a championship.
No, he
There's no
should have
doubt
won
about
at
it.
least 2 championships, but he went to Jack Roush, which was his own fault. The biggest mistake he ever could have made was going to drive for Roush.
Well, at least he put Rouse on the
You know what?
books.
It's an unpopular take, but it's my opinion. I think it's the worst decision he could have ever made was go to Jack Roush.
Yeah.
I think there was better opportunities on the table. Maybe going to Roush at the start was a good idea, but I know there was a point where there was an opportunity for him to go to Gibbs, and he said no. And this was when Gibbs was winning championship after championship with Bobby and Tony. There was an
Should've left.
opportunity for him to go to HMS before he went to HMS. There was an opportunity for him to go to DEI before he went to DEI. And he always seemed to get into the organization either right after they were able to win championships or right before. Or if he got there during the opportunity to win those championships, the better cars always went to the teammate who won the championship. Think about this. He sat in the team from, 2000 to 2006, right? Greg Biffle won races. Matt Kenseth won a championship. Kurt Busch won a championship. What did Mark Martin do? Won a bunch of races, didn't win a championship.
Yep. Came close.
Came
Many
stupid
times.
close, but never did it. It's kind of like the old the Jeff Gordon thing after Jimmy came around.
Yeah.
Like Jeff Gordon should have won maybe 2 or 3 more championships, but Jimmy Johnson was his teammate.
Yeah. But the only thing was Jeff Gordon was collecting a paycheck off of Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, I mean, trust me. Jeff Gordon had no problem not winning those championships because he got the 20% for being a car owner for winning the championship. So he didn't care either way. He was making good money. But
Yep.
he would have much rather been winning championships than collecting the championship owner's money.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we're stacking them up
we
2 by
are.
2 once again for more green flag racing here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Tyler Dalton elected to go to the outside and giving Daniel Falkingham the inside line for this restart. I'm a little shocked at that. I would have thought he would have taken the inside line, but he did not. What about you? You surprised at that or no?
I'm not really surprised at the outside line. And the reason I say that is because I think the outside line, on a restart at least, for the first 3 laps, might be the better option.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see here as the pace car brings them off the
You know
turn.
what I think we should do, Randy Pepper?
I think you should.
I think it's time, as we come back to the green flag here, 36 of 120 laps complete here in the Sim500 Esports Racing Series Transervice Truck Series. The pace car is going to peel off the racetrack, come down pit road, and we're going to crank it up.
.39 laps in the books of 120. Tyler Dalton trying to fend off the charging number 39 of Daniel Falkingham, as Falkingham's got a trunk full in that truck of that 23 of Myers. Myers looking to the inside of Falkingham and looking to the back bumper of the 19. Look at that 23 go. Good looking.
That was a power
Myers.
move.
Totally.
That was a power move. Falkingham obviously let him go, but that was still a power move. He was not going to be denied. He was saying, I'm going down in there, and I'm taking that spot. Here he comes, though. He's looking to the right side, quarter panel of the number 19. And now down the backstretch, here comes Derek Myers to the inside, off into 3 and 4. The 23 Wonderbread Toyota Camry to the point here at Las Vegas. Holy wow. He just put it on there. That was a power move. He said, listen, I've got the speed, I've got the want, I've got the need to go lead this race. I'm taking it this time.
Yes, making
he restarted
Sam Bass
fourth.
proud of that one.
He restarted fourth, and within 5 laps, he went from fourth to the lead, and he made 3 incredible moves to make 3 incredible passes to get to the lead of this race.
Yeah, he's shown some.
And the caution is out. The caution is out again. And again, I don't know where the caution is coming from.
Triggers are not going off, huh?
The triggers are not coming on where this caution is coming from. And I'm not 100% sure. Actually, I think I might have found the car. I think I found the truck. It might be Paul Crumry. Might have been an incident involving Paul Crumry. Let's see if I can find Paul here in our replay.
Yeah, his truck definitely looks like it's got some issues.
Here it is here through 1. I think this is 3 and 4. This is 1 and 2. Down the back. And shoot.
Shamalama my ding dong.
Yeah, whatever happened, we didn't catch, unfortunately. Have that fixed for next week, ladies and gentlemen. I got to figure out why it's doing that.
It's one of those issues.
Well, we've never really had fields this big, so my settings might be incorrectly set up for it.
Yeah, absolutely. That could be it.
But as we go under caution here, we're going to continue our conversation that we were having, as nobody's going to pit here 43 laps in. So, where were we? We were Jeff Gordon, right? Oh, yeah. Yes. Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon kind of had that Mark Martin treatment at the end of his career, but he came back near the end, kind of like Mark did. But Jeff was a serious contender for championships from like 08 to 2012, and then he took like a year off of being a contender, and then he was a contender again for like 13 and 14. But the man who I think a lot of people consider one of the better drivers who never really got a chance to win a championship, and I think it's because he went through a lot of personal demons that really weren't talked about on the racetrack, would be Dale Earnhardt Jr. When he came into the sport, that kid had the absolute world on his shoulders. And I think if February 01 doesn't happen and Dale Sr. is still here, I think Junior wins a couple of championships. But I think the pressure of having to be the only Earnhardt in the racetrack and then becoming the face of NASCAR overnight put a lot of pressure on a young kid. And by the time he got to his 30s and he went to HMS, the pressure was even higher because they're like, well, finally Junior's in top-tier equipment. And he came out of the gate on fire. I mean, he won the duels, he won the pole, looked like he should win the Daytona 500, finished second. Then he won, I think, 4 weeks later at Michigan. And then it was just off. It was just done for like 3.5 years. I just think that the pressure got to the poor dude. I think he had a lot of demons outside the racetrack that he's now talked about of just how he felt and how he didn't feel like he was worthy of the spot he was in, and he wasn't doing enough for the sport. And it's one of those drivers.
Would you like to know what exactly happened during that yellow that brought out?
I would love to know.
All right. So what actually happened was the number 8 of Randy Yoakum got into the number 97 of Jeff Hollingsworth, and then behind them, yes, we saw Crumry get into that mess as well as several other trucks had their. But those two were the two that actually caused.
Well, that's unfortunate then. But Randy Pepper, 44 laps complete. Caution number 2 of the evening is complete here. Pace car pulls off. The strobe lights in Las Vegas Motor Speedway begin again. The number 23, Derek Myers, brings him to the green flag, and away we go. The 23 restarts on the inside. Daniel Faulkenham back there in third. He's going to pass the number 19. Tyler Dalton got an awful restart. He might fall back to fourth here on the outside lane.
Yeah, he might, because Mike Kelly just
Yeah,
shoved
Mike
his
Kelly
nose
just
down
jumped
there,
up
and
to
Kelly's
third.
on
Here
his
comes
way.
Daniel Faulkenham on the outside, though. The 39 on the outside of the 30, the 23 off into turn 3. Tyler Dalton stuck up on the outside, but here goes Mike Kelly to put his nose in on the inside of the 39. Mike Kelly's going to try to put his nose into the inside of Daniel Faulkenham. The 23 of Derek Myers defending for all of what he's worth here, 46 laps in.
And you know that Faulkenham or Myers are wishing that number 2 would get behind them and give them a push, because 2 trucks are going to work better than 1. And as you see that 2 tucked behind that 39 and gave that 39 a shove to get alongside that 23 truck. But now he's behind the 23, and the 23 is getting that better air to get, just out in front of the 39.
All the way down into turn 1. The 23 continues to battle Derek Myers, continues to battle Daniel Faulkenham. And here comes the 38 of Chad Coleman to the inside of Mike Kelly. We're going to have 2x2 at the front of the pack here. And I thought we were
Where
in
did he
Vegas,
come
not
from?
at Daytona. Oh, wow, Chad Coleman slides right up in front of Mike Kelly on the exit of 4. Mike Kelly will do the crossover, the over-under now off into turn 1. He's back to the inside of the 38.
I'm just waiting for the 2 trucks behind them to do it.
There's a big old slide job on the exit of 4 from the 38. He definitely wasn't able to hold that, but the 23 and the 39 continue to be side by side. This is, 6 laps in a row now.
Yeah, they're just
Heck of a battle for the lead.
It's like riding down I-75, I-95 on a Friday afternoon.
Now we're on the Mass Pike right now on a Saturday evening. We're side by side doing 75, and nobody wants to move because there's a state trooper up ahead.
Absolutely. That's what it looks like right now with these top 4 trucks.
3 wide for the lead. Here comes the 38. Chad Coleman sends it off in there.
3
off
wide.
into turn 3. We're 3 wide here for the lead. Coleman's going to take it. Faulkenham's going to jump down to the outside behind the 23. Derek Myers, he's going to give him a big shot down the front stretch. And now Chad Coleman has Mike Kelly giving him a big push off into turn 1. What a move by Chad Coleman. He wants to lead.
But will he lead? That
10
last lap,
laps
he
to the halfway
just
point.
Barely a
They're
bumper,
battling
a
for those
bumper
points
separate.
right now. Holy
Wow.
schmoly, Chad Coleman threw it off in there. Count it, folks. That's the first holy schmoly of the season.
No, that's the second.
Is it? Oh, we had one earlier.
Yeah, you had one earlier. So
Oh, and then Derek Myers, he had to block Daniel Faulkenham. Faulkenham got him a little loose there. Off into turn 1. Now here comes the 39. He sends it off in there. He's going to try to complete the slide job, but here comes the 23 back down the inside, down the backstretch.
Faulkenham better be careful here, because these guys behind them are not playing games
they are
at
not.
all.
They are not playing games. Chad Coleman to the outside of the 23.
Myers looks down low, going to try to make another move around him. He'll look to the left,
To the
now
inside
to the right.
and outside. Oh, my goodness. Randy, it's lap 52, right? Not lap 119?
It's 52 laps
Holy
are down out of
schmoly.
120.
We're not even halfway yet.
No, we're
And
not.
now they've single filed out, but the 23 continues to look inside, outside, to the left, to the right of the 39. He wants that spot back. He wants to lead this race. Chad Coleman clearly wanted to lead this race as he pushed as hard as he possibly could there. And now off into 1 and 2, the 23 gets the back tires of the 39 off the ground a little bit. He might make him slide at the racetrack, but he won't this time. My goodness, Randy Pepper.
Unbelievable. I'm thinking that Daniel Faulkenham is like thinking, I usually don't have to work this hard to, run a race, but tonight I'm really having to work hard. These guys are a big time challenge to my 39.
Oh, yeah, that January 31st machine is working hard tonight. The 23 to the inside, now to the outside into one. He's not going to be able to get there. He's just going to put his nose there and show Falkenham that he's waiting. He's trying to get the big run down the backstretch. He's there. The 23 to the inside. Derek Myers takes it to Daniel Falkenham again. Off into turn 3 and 4. Will he be able to complete the pass this time? He's going to try to. He's going to push up high off of 4, and Falkenham's going to lead this lap here at Las Vegas.
Barely.
Wow.
Again, barely. Myers is not giving up at all. Myers, he likes the lead, and he wants it back as he's tried several times to get around Falkenham. Falkenham,
he checked up that time, though. Chad Coleman to the inside this time, off into 3. Chad Coleman's going to try to take second position. Derek Myers up the track in second now, all the way up to that second, almost third groove. He's going to get a huge run of momentum down the front stretch. He might be able to clear the 38 by millimeters before he slides down, and now he's back on the back bumper of the 39. And Daniel Falkenham pushes him way up the track. Derek Myers into the grass. I mean, not the grass, into the gray. Sorry. Holy moly. And now Chad Coleman almost took an opportunity to take advantage of that. And my goodness gracious, Daniel Falkenham got defensive off into 1.
When you said grass up there, I was thinking, are North Wilkesboro?
Yeah, no, I meant the gray.
Either way, it's a great race these guys are putting on tonight. Falkenham has led for the last few laps as he took it away from Myers. Myers wants that lead back. If Myers gets back in his groove, and as we watched him make his way up through the field, he did it by running that outside groove. I think he needs to reset himself, as it looks like he is, start running that outside groove, collect himself, and then maybe he can get back up there once again. But I know he's trying to fight here with Coleman as well.
Yeah, he keeps chopping the nose of that A-Shock energy machine on the front stretch. Eventually, as these laps wind down, the kindness of allowing someone to chop your nose is going to wear out, and you're just not going to let it happen anymore.
Yep. And the guy behind them, Tyler Dalton's just going, go ahead, guys. Do that. I'm waiting, because I would love to get back up there again and fight for the lead with Falkenham once again. And you see Mike Kelly back there as well. Kelly stalking in the top 5 once again. Mr. Consistency, that's what I call him. And he's running in the top 5 once again, where he usually runs. Single file for the top 5-6 trucks right now. Falkenham, Myers, Coleman, Dalton.
Here's the battle,
And
though. Look at this. Look who we're looking at in 7th right now. He started 39th. He won his heat race because he was the only truck in it. But Josh Parker has moved all the way up to 6th now with that move there on the inside of the number 10 Tide ride of Richard Beasley. And Josh Parker, he's going to complete the slide job up into 6th on the exit of 2.
And he didn't get the practice that the other guys got driving in.
Here comes the 5. The 5 of Chris Gibbo now down to the inside of the number 10 Tide ride of Richard Beasley. The 5 HendrickCars.com machine. Looks like they might be 3 wide on the exit of 4, though, because Brian Macklin is there. He's on the back bumper. They make contact with the 10 and the 30. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
It's all over the place now. Throughout the entire field, they're racing like crazy. Halfway points have been given out, I believe. The leader, Daniel Falkenham, gets the majority of those. I think it's 10. I gotta ask the admins that. I cannot remember.
I think it's 10. I believe it is. But I'm not positive as well. We'll find out for sure. Either way, Daniel Falkenham got those points. Whether it was 5, 10, 15, 20, 35, whatever. He got them. Not surprised one bit. But this race is far, far from over, as Falkenham does lead, but he's got a host of trucks behind him that are ready to steal that lead away from him. It's just a matter of being consistent, and that's what we're waiting to see, if Falkenham can be as consistent as he usually is tonight. And so far he has been consistent, but he's been consistently under fire from the 23 truck and the 19 truck and several other trucks as well. 63 laps are down out of the 120 laps at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the Sim500 Transervice Truck Series race here tonight. And
Seems like
finally, we're
everybody's calmed
seeing a
down,
conga
yeah.
line.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
we're
seems
finally seeing the conga line.
Finally seems like everybody's realizing that there's still 58 laps to go here. You just need to chill out, guys. It's a long way to go here in this race. And because of that, because everybody seems like they're calming down, we're going to take this opportunity to go side by side and let you hear a little bit more of why you call 811 dig. Or dig 811, sorry. Is it 811 dig or is it dig 811? I think it's 811 dig.
Is it 811?
It's why you call before you dig.
Yeah.
This tree is going to look great here.
Did you call 811 to protect your underground utilities?
I can't wait to see these roses come up.
Dig, dig, dig! Wait, we forgot to call 811.
Before you dig, make sure you can. Call 811 to know what's below. It's up to all of us to protect the ones we love.
Transervice has been a leader in the transportation and fleet maintenance industry for over 50 years. If you're a professional driver or technician looking for opportunities to be the best and work with the best, then we want you working at Transervice. Our current workforce includes over 1,000 drivers and technicians, managing over 24,000 pieces of equipment in over 120 regional and local facilities across North America and Puerto Rico, and we're getting larger all the time. Our corporate philosophy of trust, respect, and honesty has led to employees that have spent their entire career with Transervice. As with our employees, we have many customer relationships exceeding 20 years. You'll have the opportunity to learn and grow professionally in an environment that values and rewards excellence, with a variety of perks such as education support, recognition awards, career advancement opportunities, and more. A great work-life balance, a company built on values, recognition, and rewards for excellence. While our competitors offer jobs, Transervice offers you a career, not just a job. Contact us today.
Back here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the Sim500 Transervice Truck Series, with Daniel Falkingham finally getting a little bit of breathing room. I said. No, it's room. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car lengths. Actually, now it's only down to 3 over the 23 of Myers. Then it's another 5 back to third place. Chad Coleman, and then right behind him, only 1 truck back is Dalton, and then another 1 back to Mike Kelly. So we thought we might see Falkingham start to pull away, and he is finally starting to do that. Although we didn't want to see this, I can tell you that. We liked what we were seeing before, but they've settled down, and now we have to watch Falkingham do what he does best and take off and leave the field.
So he is beginning to pull away, and I think he's pulling away because Daniel Falkingham is one of the best drivers I have ever met at tire conservation while being quick. He almost rivals some of the guys from a league we covered last year in fuel. In their ability to save tires and still be fast. It's almost unbelievable how good he is on tires. It reminds me of a young, and when I mean young, I mean like really young Darrell Waltrip. Because that's how Darrell won all of his races when he was young. Saving tires and fuel mileage.
Well, if that's who he's reminding you of, that's a pretty good person to look up to. Sure.
Based on what I've seen over the last 4 months of covering this kid, the way he drives reminds me of a very young Darrell Waltrip. Like the early 80s Darrell.
I would love to see I would love to see if somebody out there saw this kid and said, listen, we'd like to have you try a late model stock car and see how you do in it.
Give him the old William Byron treatment. Throw him in a truck. See what he does. Just see what he does. Throw him in a truck. Give him like 5 races. Throw him in a truck. Say, here's your shot. Sink or swim. Here's your shot. I would love to see that.
I'd love to see it too. I would love to see it. We talked to him a little bit about that, and he said, no, I've never been in one of those things before.
That's the other thing. Like when it comes to sim racing, as he's pulling away a little bit, we can talk a little bit more because the battles are starting to die off around the racetrack. We'll take a look through the top 10 here in a minute. But
it's going by Holyfield right now.
As we look at sim racing and as it continues to develop, as we look back here for the battle for second between Myers and Coleman, there's some guys that over the years in sim racing, like William Byron got his shot. Josh Wise got his, not Josh Wise. What's the one that drives for Junior Motorsports now? In the 8.
Oh, that's oh gosh,
is it Josh Wise?
Hemrick. No, it's Daniel Hemrick.
No, not in the 8. No, the 8. The 8 for Hendrick for the 8 is not Daniel Hemrick. The 8 is, I think it's not Josh Wise. It's
not
Josh White. Yeah. Josh White. I think his name is Josh White. Now I have to look it up. Son of
a... And you're not talking Cup.
No, I'm talking Junior Motorsports.
Oh, okay. You're talking in Xfinity trucks or cars. So the number 8. Oh gosh, you would ask me that. I haven't been
Josh
to the track
Berry.
Josh Berry.
Josh Berry got his shot. Martin Truex got his shot with Dale Jr. because of sim racing.
Same thing with TJ Majors.
TJ got his shot as a spotter and as a driver because of sim. As that's happened, we've gotten some people who've gotten shots, but there are some missed opportunities, I think, like Michael Conti, Ray Alfala, just to see what they could do. Just throw them in a truck, give them. Don't put them out there in a live race. Put them in a testing session. See what they got. They've driven thousands and thousands and thousands of laps in the Xfinity and the Cup cars. Put them in a test session in one of them. Just put them out there 20 laps at Vegas or at Bristol or at a track that they're used to on the sim, and let's see what they got.
Yeah, I'd love to see.
You could find the next superstar from that. I mean, look at William Byron. The dude is a constant contender now in the most historic number in the sport.
Yeah, and Alex Bowman ran
Alex
a lot
Bowman
of races.
is fantastic too. The dude.
Yeah.
Think about Alex Bowman as when he retires, the career pit stops are beginning. The pit stops are starting. I was wondering when that was going to happen. The 23, Derek Myers is the first one down. 39 to go, and this will be the last pit stop of the race unless we get a caution. So we'll keep an eye on that. Don't forget, cautions might happen. They might just happen because of this. Anything can and will happen here. Daniel Falkingham stays out, obviously, that time by. Let's see if he comes in this time. The number 39, the Chevy Silverado of Daniel Falkingham, still full power around the racetrack. He's going to put that number 23 a lap down. See how long it takes for him to come in. That'll depend on whether the 23 of Derek Myers cycles into the lead or not. But I think about Alex Bowman's career, right? When he retires, even if he never wins a championship, if he never won a race again from this moment forward, which isn't going to happen because the dude is insanely talented, and I think he has the best car on the track every week right now. I really do. He's always at the front. The 48 is always at the front. He's coming into his groove, and I hope he's like Jimmy. I love that kid so much. I hope he's like Jimmy in any way, shape, or form. But like his career story is going to be unbelievable, right? He started out in the Xfinity Series in a no-name team, got a shot to drive for BK Racing, didn't do terrible, and then he kind of fell out of the sport, drove the 7, went to the Xfinity Series, didn't really have great opportunities there. Then Dale Jr. gets a concussion, and Dale Jr. gets to hand-pick his replacement for a while, and they pick Alex Bowman.
Yep.
And the kid comes in and immediately almost wins a race. He gets on the pole. He dominates at Phoenix. He almost wins. He goes to New Hampshire. He has a great race in New Hampshire. He splits time with one of the greatest drivers in NASCAR history in Jeff Gordon, and he outperforms Jeff Gordon in the second best car in HMS the year he was there. Foggenham's coming in. He almost missed the pits, man. He really almost did. He was really pushing it to get in. I don't think he's going to get a penalty. We'll keep an eye on that. Tyler Dalton stays out. He inherits the lead. Well, we'll keep an eye on this battle here, as that was 4 laps between pit stops. So we'll keep an eye on where the number 23 of Derek Myers ends up cycling out comparatively to Daniel Falkenham.
I could definitely, talking about how Falkingham, I could definitely see him like having like Kyle Busch come down and say,
Here comes the 19. Tyler Dalton jumps off the racetrack. Brian Macklin will stay out. He'll inherit the lead here. I think Kyle Busch would be one of those types of guys that take an opportunity like that. Here, come drive one of my cars for like a day. Just come put laps down. Let me see what you got.
Because we know Kyle's on here sim racing as well.
Well, yeah, and Kyle has an eye for talent.
Yeah, absolutely.
He has such an eye for talent. I mean, Gilliland, David Gilliland's son, what is his what's his son? What's his son's name?
No, what's his name?
I can't remember his son's name, but he races.
Yeah, I know exactly.
He races with Haley Deegan now.
Yeah. Who missed last week's race because of a threat?
Yeah, the stalkers are no joke. They're pieces of trash. But Kyle saw the talent in Todd Gilliland. Saw the talent in John Hunter. Gave them both opportunities to drive top-notch equipment. Neither one of them were able to do anything with it, but he saw the opportunity that they had, and he said, "Hey, listen, you guys got talent and you got money, so obviously I'll bring you in for that reason." But Derek Myers has cycled through to be the leader. This is going to get interesting. 5-lap pressure tires on the number 39 of Daniel Falkenham.
Yeah, we see how that can play out in his favor as well.
But depends on the cautions. Depends on how they fall.
Look at Edson.
Edson's holding off Daniel Falkenham right now, as Edson is currently your leader, getting those bonus points. He'll be coming down here very, very, very soon. Probably next time by. That'll be 46 laps since he pitted. He's going to let down another driver pass to get his lap back. But, I mean, it could be, like, the Alex Bowman story is going to be great. And if that dude ever wins a championship, which he has the mindset of a champion, he really does. He has the mindset of a guy who could become a champion. He'd be a heck of a champion, too, for the sport.
Yeah, him or William Byron.
Oh, my. Any of the drivers that currently race for HMS. I mean, Chase has already won. Kyle Larson's already won. But any 4 of those guys would be great stories for NASCAR to have as champions every year. The one guy that I have not ever been able to stand his entire career, but I'd love to see him win a championship before he retires, is Denny Hamlin. Because
I have no desire.
I can't stand the dude. Can't stand him. I think he's a jerk, but I want to see him win a title because he has talent. He has that raw talent behind the wheel that not a lot of drivers have.
He does.
He just has an attitude problem. big attitude problem.
Yeah.
Edson
no.
is
You
letting
don't-
by the
don't wanna-
entirety of the field right now. Everybody's
Yeah.
getting their lap back. He's sitting out there. You get a lap back, and you get a lap back, and you get a lap back. He's Oprah
He's like the
Winfrey
Oprah
around the
Winfrey of
racetrack right
racing
now.
tonight.
He's just saying, here you go, you get one, and you get one, and you get a free lap, and you get a free lap. He just
And
wants
I'm
a
not-
caution to come out. That's what he wants. If the
Yeah,
caution comes
I'm-
out now, it cycles to where everybody would pit again, just to make sure they had that last set of tires on it. It would cycle probably to him being like third or fourth, and it would be really good for him. He knows that this is his only opportunity to win, I think, right now. I think he knows we're at 30 to go. He's taken this as far as he can into this run. He's now at 50 laps since the last pit stop. He's pushed it as far as he can. He's just hoping. He's sitting there, and he's hoping, and he's praying. Somebody bring out a caution. Do it right now. Bring out a caution. Somebody spin. Blow a tire. Blow a transmission. Something. Spin out.
Slam the wall where you can't control it.
And I think
Whatever.
that the dream for tonight is over.
It's
Tyler
over.
Trey Edson comes down pit road. So does Glenn Campbell.
Yep, the Rhinestone Cowboy following him down the pit road.
And look who is your leader now, folks. The number 23, Derek Myers. He has a 1 second advantage right there. You can see him in your screen now over the number 39 with 27 laps to go. Randy, do you think he can hold him off when he gets there?
No, I don't think.
He's going to put up a hell of a fight.
5 laps of better tires, I think, will be the deal breaker. As you already see Falkingham making his way, trying to get around that truck that's running right behind the Myers truck. He'll get around him, and then there'll be fresh air all between those
Yeah, no,
two
he's going to
trucks.
put up a hell of a fight here. He's not gonna let it go easy. That's for sure.
No.
36 to go here at the 26 to go at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're going to sit back, take one final commercial. Well, actually, you know what? I don't think we are, because here comes the battle for the lead.
No,
Here comes the...
we got to stay here.
Oh, no.
What happened there?
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
I'll
there it
fix
is.
that.
Okay.
I'll fix that, folks. Hold on 1 second.
I was going to get ready. There he goes.
Randy, keep
Falkingham
calling
dives
it.
to the inside. They're side by side as they go across the line to complete lap 95. And
It was just me sided.
Falkingham
It's okay.
does
Everybody's good.
resume lead.
It was just my audio.
Okay.
It's just me sided. It's an audio driver issue. We're good. But here comes that battle for the lead. Daniel Falkingham easily gets past Derek Myers. 26 laps to go. Brand new leader here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Randy, now I think we can take that commercial break, because now I think it's over.
Yeah, I think it's over now. And then those five-lap tires, it definitely made a difference.
No, yeah, no, without a doubt, those five-lap newer tires definitely changed the world. So we're going to go ahead and take one final commercial break here in the Ghost Fire Media Network, and we'll be back with you after these messages from our sponsors.
Transervice has been a leader in the transportation and fleet maintenance industry for over 50 years. If you're a professional driver or technician looking for opportunities to be the best and work with the best, then we want you working at Transervice. Our current workforce includes over 1,000 drivers and technicians, managing over 24,000 pieces of equipment in over 120 regional and local facilities across North America and Puerto Rico, and we're getting larger all the time. Our corporate philosophy of trust, respect, and honesty has led to employees that have spent their entire career with Transervice. As with our employees, we have many customer relationships exceeding 20 years. You'll have the opportunity to learn and grow professionally in an environment that values and rewards excellence, with a variety of perks such as education support, recognition awards, career advancement opportunities, and more. A great work-life balance, a company built on values, recognition, and rewards for excellence. While our competitors offer jobs, Transervice offers you a career, not just a job. Contact us today.
Shamalama, my ding dong. That's what Daniel Falkingham is saying right now. It's time to check out 19 laps remain in the Sim500 Transervice Truck Series here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. You're looking at the stats of Daniel Falkingham from Jones Sport. Where is Jonesport? North Carolina?
Could be Ohio. Could be. I think Jonesport is in Ohio. Might be Iowa.
It could be in North Dakota for all
honestly. Oh, I think it's Maine.
Maine.
I think it's Maine.
What broadcasters from Maine?
I don't know what broadcasters from Maine, but I can tell you what Ghost Fire
Mike
media members.
Bagley.
I can tell you who's from New England. On our team.
Huh?
On our team, I can tell you who's from New England.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know that.
I didn't know Bags was from Maine.
Yeah, he's from Maine, and Vermont would be the Godfather, Dave Moody.
Really? Dave is from... Well, I did not know that.
Yes, he's from Vermont.
I don't pay attention much to Dave Moody. I don't listen to his
Pat
show
Patterson's from North Carolina, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, you could tell Pat Patterson's from North Carolina. You heard him talk?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's look at the 2.5 second gap now. Derek Myers. Chad Coleman sits in the third. About another 1.5 seconds back to Derek. 3 seconds off the leader. Back to fourth, we get Tyler Dalton, another second back. He is actually gaining on Chad Coleman, so we can have a battle for the podium. But right behind him is Mike Kelly, so we can have a three-way battle for third as the laps wind down here. So a little bit further back, got Josh Parker, started 39th, sitting in 6th. Talk about biggest mover. We can't even talk about biggest mover. That dude right there, mover, shaker of the season so far.
Slam dunk.
Christopher Williams sits currently. It doesn't matter if he finishes in 10th. The dude still gained 30 spots.
Yeah.
Christopher Williams sits in 7th right now. He started 24th. Scott Simley started 20th. He sits in 8th right now. Chris Gibbo started in 15th position, sits in 9th. Currently, Ryan Howard started 17th, sits 11th now as he gets passed by Anthony Calantoni in the number 84, but he's going to battle back. Anthony Calantoni right in front of them. Chris Gibbo. Look at this three-way battle now off into turn 3. Randy Pepper. Here comes the 33 to the inside.
Good battle there as he moves to the inside. He's going to try to clear that 5 truck. He will clear the 5 truck and take over the position. And that dig, what was it? Dig 8.
That's the VA811.com machine.
VA811.
So that is the Virginia version of Dig 811. So I think in this series currently we have North Carolina 811, which sponsors the series. It also sponsors the truck. I think VA811 sponsors 2. And I think one of the Delaware ones might sponsor one of the drivers here as well.
Man, oh man. Talk about confusing.
Yeah, right. Sitting back in 10th, Chris Gibbo. He's getting pressured by Anthony Calantoni here down the front stretch.
Definitely got it.
84. Yeah. Brian Macklin way up the track. Brian Macklin, who started the night with a great evening, not ending it with a great evening.
Yeah,
Anthony Calantoni.
That's kind of surprising, don't you think?
It is. It's very surprising. Right behind him, though, Hamish Gallagher with the Harwood Stern machine. He's coming in there. He's in 12th currently, trying to move his way up into the top 10. He started in 5th position. Had a rough evening so far, all the way back in 12th. Hasn't really had what he wanted to have for people. I'm sorry, that's not Hamish Gallagher. Is that Hamish Gallagher?
I think so.
No, that isn't. That is not. That is a lap down machine. That's my fault.
Oh, okay. But the
Comes the
Howard
5
Stern
to the
truck is the
outside,
one that
though.
you like so much.
Yes. The Anthony Calantoni machine, though, the number 84 to the inside of the 5. Just over 10 laps to go here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
11 laps
Oh,
remaining.
there it is, Randy. The inside, the 84 and the 5. They almost make contact down the front stretch.
Side
Off into
drafting.
1 and 2. They're 3 wide. That's a lap car all the way up near the wall. He's affecting the 5 car being able to slide up, but here comes the 84. He's going to make the slide job happen on the exit of turn 2.
Boy, oh boy, some good racing back here.
There is very
sure.
good racing back here as Daniel Falkenham continues to check out. He is now about 5 seconds ahead of Derek Myers in second. Sorry, 3.5 seconds ahead of Derek Myers in second.
Pretty sure Daniel Falkenham has he has his radio on and it says, "Now listen closely.
Breathe in.
Time
breathe
is
out.
fleeting." No, time is fleeting.
There's only
Madness
21
is
miles
taking
left.
control.
Only 12 and a half miles left to go, Daniel. Just take 4 left turns. You'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy. So now the field is actually kind of settling once again with
They
9
are. They're back
laps
single
remaining.
file. Big time
Yep.
single file all the way back here.
Yep.
It looks like the top 10 might be, I would say the top 10 might be figured out at this point.
I'm actually shocked at this. I actually thought we were going to have 3 wide, 4 wide here at the end
I
of the
think we
race.
would if the cautions hadn't fallen the way they had. If we had cautions near the end here, I think it would have been different.
It might have been. I mean, the way we watched them drive in practice, I really thought that, the
Hamish
draft would play
Gallagher
a
has
bigger
caught
part.
the 5, though. Hamish in that number 22, the Black and Pink machine, reminiscent of the Jeff Burton back in the days, the Exide machine. Reminiscent of that, almost like a throwback machine towards that.
Yes.
Heading off into 3 and 4, all over the back bumper, the number 5, HendrickCars.com, Chevy Silverado.
He is all over him. He's looking, inside and outside, trying to find a preferred groove to make his truck get around that 5. But so far, nothing has worked. But it's not over
There it is
yet.
to the inside this time. The 5 has nothing left for
Yeah.
him.
Oh, look at
Absolutely
that.
nothing left for him. 10-lap older tires on that number 5 machine. He just had to pull over and let him by. And I think Chris Gibbo might fall
Not
back
ready
all the way
yet.
to 13th or 14th. He's going to try to go back to the inside, but the 22 is just going to have that grip on those right sides. 10-lap newer tires, like I said. He's just going to drive it off. I mean, you can see that 22 just pulling on him down the front stretch. He's able to clear him, and that big machine is going to be past him.
And have you seen the sponsor of that truck?
Is that the big machine
You see what
vodka
it is?
truck?
No, it's actually Taylor Swift. Speak now.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, yes. My daughter, that would be her favorite truck out here.
Who gave Tay-Tay a sponsorship?
Evidently, actually, she did have a sponsor. She did sponsor a truck, not too, or actually a car, I think in Xfinity at one time.
Well, the 10 truck, the Tide Ride of Richard Beasley here. He comes down the front stretch. Randy, that makes me so happy to be able to say that again. The Tide Ride. Oh, God, I miss those days. Ricky Craven and the Tide Ride. Come on. And it's the right number, too. It's the number 10.
Yeah.
It's the right number.
Ricky
And
Rudd.
Ricky Rudd, Darrell. No, Darrell was the 17. You're right. Yeah, Ricky Rudd.
Darrell 17. Ricky Rudd was the first one to ride that 10.
The Tide Ride. Here we go through 3 and 4. He's got that 5 in his sights. He's going to get him here. 4 laps to go. That's going to be an easy pass. Again, that's 11-lap newer tires on that machine. Trey Edson also has 20-lap newer tires, almost 15-lap newer tires than the number 5. Trey Edson's going to get there and pass him easily, too, in the next 4 laps. It's just unfortunate to watch the fall of the 5 as he was so quick early.
He was. It's unfortunate that he just run into that bad luck, I guess you want to call it.
That's just a shame, but, unfortunately, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes here at Las Vegas. And the Tide Machine, I think Trey Edson might be able to get both of them and get up into 12th. It might happen. They're going to be 3 wide here. Trey Edson goes through the middle. He's trying. Like I said, 15-lap newer tires. Here comes the number 7 down the backstretch. He completes the pass in the 10. Ooh. He's going to throw it off in there on the inside in 3 and 4 and the 5. He's just going to be able to drive it off in there.
Yeah, he shoved that right in between those
Yes,
two
he
trucks.
did. He's got unbelievable grip there with those new tires compared to the 5.
He's just trying to pick up some more spots to try to get some more points in the points battle so he can at least challenge.
This man right here.
Yeah, this man right
now.
The diamond
in the desert. The number 39, Daniel Falkenham, comes across the start-finish line, gets the white flag here. 1 to go, not sponsored by Credit One Bank.
No, he's looking for an El Bandito tequila night.
He
for
is.
Sure.
Down the backstretch here in the Transervice Truck Series from the Sim500 Esports Racing League down the Nellis Straightway. Off into 3 and 4. The Diamond in the Desert has been very kind to Daniel Falkenham. He put all his money on white here tonight. And he's going to walk away a winner at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Career win number 18 for Daniel Falkenham in the trucks. And a very, very commanding one. Once again, Daniel Falkenham shows just how good he truly is.
Slide that truck around the track all by himself right now, looking for a good place to do a good burnout. And burn them down.
It's very impressive to see Daniel Falkenham with a huge win here tonight. Coming home in second, going to be Derek Myers in third, Chad Coleman. That was a close battle to the end of the race. Tyler Dalton back in fourth. Fifth, Mike Kelly. We'll show you the battle coming to the checkered flag here. As Daniel Falkenham burns it down, we'll show you the battle here between these drivers, the 1938-23 and the 2. You could put a blanket over all 4 of these drivers. Big run on the exit of 4 there for the 38. Wasn't able to make it happen. It was going to be the 23 who comes home second. Tyler Dalton needed another lap. He might have been able to get second on the evening. But a heck of a drive from the 23. But
no
the
doubt.
mover and shaker, the man we want to focus on tonight, Josh Parker, started 39th, finishes 6th.
Yeah. I was going to say, if you were going to take one of these drivers and make them your,
fantasy
driver
pick?
Yeah, no, not your fantasy. Well, you actually a fantasy pick would be awesome for him.
Oh, dude, he
just
would have
guy
gotten
that
you so many points tonight.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But just the guy that you made the most moves, it's got to be him. I mean, we watched him in his practice race, and he was hitting the wall and doing all this stuff.
He was trying it all out. He was making sure it was going to work.
Yep.
I
believe we have somebody in the waiting room, actually, don't we?
Chad Coleman. Where is the man? The man, the myth, the legend, the teammate to Daniel Falkenham, I believe. Chad Coleman, you have Nick Adams, Randy Pepper up in the booth. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we are good, sir. Great third-place finish for you tonight. Could have been second. Could have been a win. Had an opportunity a lot. You tried to take the lead in a very aggressive manner about halfway through the race. Me and Randy Pepper were going absolutely insane. We were loving it. How did it feel out there tonight?
We were pretty good. I would have liked the setup to have been a little freer, but I mean, everybody's driving the same thing. It's just I pushed a little too hard, but that last pit stop right there, I tried to get on pit road and make up time on Daniel, and to get aggressive getting to my box. I got really aggressive coming to pit road and made time, and I was kind of surprised that I did that because Daniel's really good at pitting, and when I got to the box, it slid through, so I had to back up, and after that it was over and he was gone. So we decided to try to catch up for second. And came out of the pits and proceeded to burn the right front completely off of it. And so we took third.
Were you surprised on how well Derek Myers ran during this race?
Nah, he's raced here for a little while now, and usually when the stuff drives like this did, he's been pretty decent with it. But I kind of wish we'd have had some more tire fall off or something. I mean, even running the thing wide open for 30 of the last 35 laps, it didn't give up a whole lot. We but no, I wasn't surprised that he ran good. But I also wasn't surprised that Daniel won again either. So
No, we weren't. I know I wasn't surprised at all.
Well,
So,
Chad, you have anybody you want to thank out there tonight?
yeah, just thanks to Joey and everybody at Sim500, all the league admins. Thanks to you guys for broadcasting this deals. We usually go back and watch them at some point during the next day or the day after, whenever we get time. And thanks to Trey Idson for painting everything I drive, basically. And thanks to everybody on Team Name. And congrats to Daniel.
all right. Well, thanks for joining us once again, and we'll see you next week here at the track.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Derek Myers, you have Nick Adams and Randy Pepper up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I got you, Nick and Randy.
Oh, Mr. Myers, fantastic performance out there tonight. How did it feel?
It felt amazing, especially after last week at Daytona, not even making it 10 laps and getting damage. And I was just trying to ride in the back, but, to rebound and get second tonight out there and show them all we came here to play tonight, that we had a great run, and I'm proud to finish second.
A good run, man. It was, we were watching you run that truck around there, and just you were running a little higher line than everybody else. And at one point, I was kind of like questioning that. It was like, I thought a higher line is going to work that. But then the next thing I know, I look, you're seventh. The next thing is like, you're fourth. I was like, that's working. So really impressed with the line that you elected to run tonight and make it work. And then when you took the lead, it was like, wow. And by the way, I have to say thank you for running the Wonder truck. A real good friend of mine, the late Sam Bass, painted that for the movie and stuff. And it always brings a tear to my eye when I see that paint job. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. Sam Bass always came out with great paint schemes, especially for Jeff Gordon, my all-time favorite driver. But
yes, he did.
Yeah, Talladega Nights is a great movie. But yeah, the High Line, I just try to find anywhere I can get clean air, because after a while there, if you get some dirty air on the nose, it makes your truck tight and can burn your tires up. And so if you find some clean air, you can stay in the throttle a little bit more. But it's kind of hard to find clean air when you have Daniel in front of you.
Yeah, it looked like you were gonna actually you had something there for a while, and I thought that possibly you were gonna be there at the very end with him, but unfortunately we know he's a machine and he operates on a whole nother zip code than everybody else, so unfortunately, no.
Right. Well, we gave him. I tried to get the lead from him and hold him off for a little bit, because after a while you have to start pedaling it. But he was able to get around me, and yeah, he's so fast. Congratulations on the win to Daniel. It was fun to race with him. It's the first time I've actually got to go head to head with him, and I learned a few things. Hopefully, I get to do it some more often out there.
Nikki, anything else here, bud?
No, I do not.
Okay. Well, Derek, thanks for joining us again, and congratulations on a great run tonight, man. It was really, really impressive. So, and we'll see you next week here on the Ghost Fire Media Network.
All righty. Thank you guys for putting on the broadcast, and all the league members. That was a really fun race, and it's fun to race against people at that skill level.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get our winner, Daniel Falkingham, in here. Daniel, it's Nick and Randy up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, congratulations on another win here tonight. Number 18 of your Truck Series career. How did it feel out there?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it was definitely start of the race. Definitely the start of the runs. On every run we had, it was very, very annoying for sure, just with how much draft there is in these trucks, and we're pretty much wide open the first 10 laps, so it's really hard to keep the lead and stuff. So try to do all saving tires and stuff at the beginning of the race, and then once I realized we were having a lot of cautions falling and stuff, I wanted to go racing and try to keep the lead and hold it as long as possible. It worked out. We got the most stage points there, got the maximum points there. Thankfully, the pit strategy worked out in our favor. I was hoping Derek would pit before me. He did, so I could wait longer, so I got the fresher tires, and boy, it worked out in the end with how much we got them at the end. So definitely good to kick off the season this way. 10th last week. Felt like we should have won last week, but good to kick off the season and get our first win this week.
Absolutely, another great run for you, Daniel. We've pretty much talked to you quite a bit here on Ghostfire Network. I've got a question just kind of out of the ordinary, and people know me. I'll ask you kind of strange things. So tonight I'm going to ask you something kind of strange. So we just ran Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So you're in Las Vegas. You've got a bunch of money in your pocket. Do you go after the hookers? Or do you go after the slot machines or the crap takes? Come on.
I'm not old enough to do that stuff, so.
I know, but you got to think about this when you get older.
Oh, so, I ain't thinking about that right now. I still got to wait about another 10 months.
Another 10 months. So, my friend, when you get old enough, you look me up, and we'll meet you out in Las Vegas, and we'll have some fun out there. Boy. I won't take it, and trust me, I won't take you to go see the hookers, because I do the slot machines and all that stuff. A good friend of mine owns a slot place out there, and we'll take you there.
Tell you what, you want to go to Vegas? Want to go for the F1 race in Vegas next year? I'm in.
There you go. You want to watch some racing. Good job, man. So I just had to go off the cuff there, buddy, because we talked to you so much. We know we know how good you are, and it's always fun to talk to you, but I have to throw you off your game. I did the same thing with Kyle Petty back years ago, so I have to do the same thing to you. So just had to go the other way. All right, bud?
I hear you there. You definitely got to throw me off my game a little bit, but
absolutely.
I respect that.
We already know how good you are, so we gotta find the other side of Daniel. We have to find that other side. What else sticks in the head of Daniel Falkingham? And sooner or later, we're going to find out exactly what ticks in that brain of yours.
Yep. Guess you have to keep searching.
Hey, Daniel, once again, awesome job. It's always great to watch you run. You're like, I call you the machine now. You're the machine, and we're watching you and just trying to learn everything we can from watching you. And we're hoping one day that, maybe one of those big teams will actually look at you and say, listen, we want to put you in one of these NASCAR trucks just to try it. We think you would be good.
Yeah, you never know what could happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Daniel, once again, thanks again. You want to thank anybody before you leave?
Yep, got to thank my sponsors, First Rate Bait, Lobs 207, and of course, January 31st. Also got to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. Thanks to Joey and all the admins who run the show at Sim500. Thanks to everyone who races each and every week. Also got to shout out Transervice for sponsoring the Truck Series now this year. Also got to thank all my teammates at Team Name, Chad Coleman, Josh Parker, Kevin DeBrown, Richard Beasley, Doy Woods, and all those guys. Also, thanks to Presley Gilson and everyone at North Force Racing for all they do, for all their support of me, and also all my teammates over there. Tyler Gary, Parker White, Daniel Buttafuoco, and Dylan Basin. Also, shout out to SRDsetups.com. If you need any setup information, need any setups to your liking, go to SRDsetups.com. And shout out to Cosman and Swasco Graphics for painting this beautiful truck for me. And also shout out to friends and family for watching, and all the fans watching as well.
You pretty much covered it all.
I think so. I think we're good.
I think you're good. All right, man. Congratulations on another win. And we will see you next week here on the Ghostfire Media Network.
All right. I appreciate it, fellas. Thank you.
All right. See you.
All right, Randy, you want to take us out?
Yes, sure. Let's get out of here, folks. You've been watching another broadcast of the Ghostfire Media Network following the Transervice Sim500 Racing League. And don't forget, we've got more racing here on the Ghostfire Media Network. On Monday night, you can watch the North-South League with Adam Wood, and I believe that's Josh will be on there with Adam. So check that out. Until next time, and also Sunday night, I forgot about, we got Larry Patrick on Sunday night with the AOLL. So check that out. That's 8 o'clock for that particular race. Until next week, he's Nick Adams. I'm Randy Pepper. So long from the Sunshine State. Thank you for watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.